Все, Ошский.
Osh here?
Ош, да.
Спасибо.
Оплата картой. Карта?
Yeah, it's Good afternoon. I'm putting my my bag on my front because you may be able to tell I am in a place called Osh Bazaar, a huge market. I believe, I think I read on the internet it's Central Asia's biggest market, which actually isn't that difficult to believe because it's absolutely huge, massive. So I don't know what they do here, whether it's just souvenirs, food, clothes, what. I can see some prams and toys over there. We're going to check out this old Silk Road market and see what we can find, see if we can find any bargains. It's like ridiculously busy here. It reminds me of when I was in Mexico City last year, and the markets there, like La Merced market, was very much like this. Very small spaces, very big market, so much colour, so much noise, so many people. It's really good to see, and like I mentioned in my last vlog, no one here, just show you now, is wearing a mask despite the very low vaccination rate. I mean, obviously I am, but I'm one of the few, but mad. And like, we're in a market, this is probably prime position for it spreading, yet everyone's just chilled out. But then again, for me it feels like life is normal again when you see stuff like this. Yo, they're cool. Like bread wheels. That's amazing. See what I mean about all the people, like, it's so busy. I guess in here as well, I'm going into the food section of the market, because we've got honey coming up, we have bread behind us, fruit and veg behind us, things like this here, sunflower oil. Looks like in there might be a food hall of some description. But it's crazy busy. I'm very surprised. I thought it would be big. I thought it would be all contained within like one smallish area, if that makes sense. I didn't think it would be as mad and as crazy and as many people as this. I'm just going to go in there actually. This looks like a spice market of some description. We'll head inside. Wow, look at this. Yo, there's so much going on here, so many different colours, sweets, spices, nuts, fruit, dry fruit in particular. I mean, I've not actually had anything to eat, but I'm not that hungry. Again, like when I was in Mexico, it's like the heat kills your appetite a bit. So in Mexico it was like 20, 25, 26 degrees. Here it's like 29, 30, and I just don't get that hungry. I need to drink a lot to get thirsty, obviously, but yeah, I'm looking at this food now and I'm just not hungry yet at all. Do you know what I am in the market for though? Some souvenirs. I would like to find some souvenirs somewhere, and oh, I'm in the basement, but I don't think I'll find them in here because this is quite obviously the spice market. I was hoping that they'd have some souvenirs here. I've not seen any so far, but we can keep looking. One other thing as well, I've only got big denominations, so if I'm buying something that doesn't really cost that much in here, I don't know if they'll have the change. It might mess them up, so they might not want to sell to me. But it's just great to be in the mix again, to just be seeing all these people knocking around and to be abroad and in the sun. You're never that far away from home though. United, Chelsea ball. You can always find some foreign football teams. I'm surprised I've not seen Liverpool yet. Because like when I went to Kyrgyzstan a couple of years ago, I went to this shopping mall and they had a shop there, like a sports shop. And they had like Liverpool gear in there, and I just thought, I'm, you know, 6-hour flight away from home. Yeah, obviously the team that I despise are right there in the sports shop. I don't despise United and Chelsea, I'm not a fan of them, but at least they're, like I say, at least it's the same thing here with them having sports memorabilia from teams in the UK. I mean, I know the Premier League's got a global reach, but you literally cannot escape it. I mean, literally look at that, how mad, how jam-packed was that then. Literally standing still, couldn't even move. Finally got through it though. Markets are such mad places, especially like big ones, but then again I think the bigger the better. It's like I always love going to a supermarket when I first arrive in the country, but I always love going to a market as well. You really sort of see where you can get things for cheaper, come and just like explore this like vast sprawl of all kinds. I mean, I don't think I've double backed on myself yet. I feel like I've been walking for ages. Like this here is like another street I don't think I've been down yet, but I feel like I'm not really strayed that far despite having walked for a while. I think one of the best things about a market is like things are so much cheaper than you find in the typical stores. Oh, like this lady's just dropped it. So. See, even do me bit here. Oh mate, she was long gone then. She would never have got that pack if I hadn't picked it up. I'm glad she didn't go too far then. I was able to catch up with her. She's a pretty speedy walker as well. But you look here. I mean, there's just, look at all the colours you can see. I've been down that way actually. I think I might head down here now. See very few tourists here. I think they're maybe the first two I've seen in this market so far. But on, I think TripAdvisor, I think it was like the second best thing to do in the city. I suppose that's more of a testament to this not being as much of a big tourist destination than this not being worthy of visiting. So obviously we have a lot of people here and not many of them are tourists, which means I also stick out like a sore thumb. Even more so because I'm vlogging. People are looking at me thinking, what's this idiot doing? And I literally don't blame them. So many noises, so many sights. Whoa. Almost got taken out by that little kid and his yo-yo. Here's the nice looking fruit and veg stores. To be honest, I need some fruit. I've barely had any since getting here. In fact, I don't think I have. Again, I've not eaten that much. Usually I eat quite a bit, but not this trip. I think it's just more because, like I said, the heat. And also I've been sleeping a lot since I got here. So I've not really had the same opportunity to go out and eat as I have on previous trips. But I will go and get something a bit more substantial today, I think.
Whoa! Whoa!
Just another thing on the currency front, that's reminded me there's in a currency exchange place. There are very few places here that actually exchange pound sterling. So I tried a couple yesterday and neither of them would take pound sterling. I believe some of the banks do, but by the time I got up and out yesterday, they were closing. And I think a few of them are closed today. Today's Sunday. So a few of them are closed today, which means I'd have to wait till tomorrow to get some money. So what I did was I used my debit card. I withdrew some cash, probably only about £70 worth, from the ATM in my hotel. There's plenty of ATMs around the city, and he gave me my money fairly easily. I was worried that doing that, like, they'd think it was a fraudulent transaction, because I mean, who will be withdrawing money in Kyrgyzstan? But maybe they've looked at my history from years and years being with the bank, and they've seen that I've withdrawn money in places like Egypt, or I spent money on my card in other countries, and maybe they thought it was okay. I think this is actually the main area of the market behind me. So this is Osh Market. This is the entrance, I believe. So I'm guessing that's what that says. So Osh, the Cyrillic Osh, and then market here. And this is the main like entrance, the main sort of archway. So obviously here is where I've been sort of exploring this morning, but I've been looking for this specific bit, this little square and arch, because this is like the official entrance. This is the official start of the market. So yeah, here we are exploring Osh Market in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. Heading under the arch. So I just saw then these two girls came up to me. I mean, they must be teenagers, and they saw me in the supermarket yesterday filming a vlog, and they've just seen me then, and they ran over to me and started speaking to me in well, either Kyrgyz or Russian, presumably Russian. And unfortunately I couldn't actually converse with them because they don't speak English. But yeah, it's just mad, like, you know, someone spotted me in the supermarket yesterday, they now spot me out here in the market. So it's, you know, it's a big market, but it's a small town apparently. But yeah, mad, they're the only people. It's quite weird because I'd say here people are quite reserved and keep themselves to themselves. You know, unlike Mexico, you know, you had a lot of people chatting to me, asking me what I was doing. Here, everyone kind of leaves you alone, apart from them girls there that obviously, like I say, came up to me. So there wasn't really much I could say to them because I didn't know what they were saying. But they seemed to be buzzing that there was someone, like a YouTuber here, actually filming Kyrgyzstan, presumably. So yeah, that's a funny little occurrence of the day. I almost feel bad for wearing my bag on my front because, you know, most people here are going to be absolutely sound, nothing wrong with them, but obviously it's a market. There's a lot of people about, you're constantly bumping into people in really close quarters, so it is probably best to make sure your valuables or whatever you've got on you is safe. And what? Don't know if you shout at me then. If you make sure your valuables are safe on your front where you can see them, and it's not the most comfortable way of walking around the market, but if you make sure you don't get any of your things pickpocketed, it's probably for the best. And I did read some reviews saying that pickpocketing can be rife here. Like when I was in Mexico, there's lookout people, so they see like there's some tourist on the road and they want to make sure, you know, everyone sort of knows about it, and therefore they give a heads up to the mates. And I'll go back in the spice market again, give a heads up to the mates so that they kind of know who to target when they're walking around, who might be primed for a bit of pickpocketing. Not saying that is going to happen, but, you know, like I say, better to be safe than sorry. And that's not a reflection of the people here. I'd probably even recommend doing that at home, because you can get idiots who try that sort of stuff on you. Another thing I love about markets, and you've got beautiful displays of fruit and veg. Everything's so colourful, everything's so cool, and here is no exception. Grapes, pomegranates, apples, and some fruit juices and jams, I'm guessing. So they got a decent selection, like. I also think as well, just going back to the safety aspect, a lot of the advice will say, you know, don't have your valuables out, let people know, you know, you've got expensive cameras or phones or equipment on you. But I honestly believe that me having my GoPro out, vlogging stuff, actually makes me safer, because people kind of know that they might be caught on film then, and unless you were to take your camera, they're probably screwed if you know, if you were to get them on film. I mean, I don't know if the police do much here, but I feel like that little bit, you know, of what some people might describe as being a bit ostentatious and having your valuables out, actually works in the opposite way you'd think it would, and would deter people from coming up to you, trying to pickpocket you, rather than actually encourage them. Whoa. one thing as well, vlogging, got my arm stuck out. I need to make sure you don't knock into people. Obviously, it'll be unintentional, but you are taking up a little bit more space having your arm stuck out whilst you're speaking to the camera. But I think vlogging is actually an underrated skill, especially out in public, because you've got to make sure you're in frame, you've got to talk to the camera, you've got to kind of try and make eye contact with the camera whilst seeing where you're walking, whilst looking out for new opportunities and things that might be interesting for content. It's not easy, I'm telling you. Like, it probably looks like, you know, a good laugh, but it's probably, I mean, I'm very prone to just tripping over something and falling over, I'm sure, but it has to be said, I think it's an underrated skill. I don't think it's probably as easy as it looks. Another point on safety, make sure you don't get run over by cars. It's so busy around here. The cars aren't moving very fast, fortunately, because there's not a lot of room for them to move. But the driving's not, maybe not to the same standard as at home. The health and safety certainly isn't, so you just got to make sure you don't get mowed by an oncoming car. Just like that then. It's like, it's close. Fortunately I was okay, but you never know. We're gonna go in this big building here, which is across from Osh Market. I don't think it's actually Osh Market, but we'll see if there's anything in here. Hopefully there's a few souvenirs or something, because that's one thing I'm yet to see. Fridge magnet, something like that. Little keepsake to take home, as I usually do get. So head inside and hopefully this has something I can take back with me. So in here you got more toys, sweets, dried foods that you don't need to put in the fridge essentially. This is a bit more alcohol, that kind of stuff. Trophies in there, football shirts as well. Have a look. See, already Liverpool. Didn't take me long. My second day here, already Liverpool stuff. It's absolutely typical. Where's your Everton shirts, mate? That's what you really want to know. Another Liverpool top. Arsenal, Barca. They're all fake, unfortunately. I don't think I would have bought one anyway, but yeah, all definite fakes. I suppose you get a decent price on them though if you don't want to be ripped off, because even the official ones, you know, they're not real, but the official ones are like 70 quid just for the basic shirt. That's without printing, shorts, socks. So if you want all that added on, it's like well over £100. So expensive. Quite a big rip off in my opinion. And fakes are probably not a bad alternative. Up here, no tourist stuff. It all seems very much like formal wear, suits, that kind of thing. I mean, if you look behind me now, look at all them. They must be really keen on the blue suits as well, because most of the colours are blue or black. So that's really interesting. I don't know whether that's like the traditional like wedding fit here. Like the groom has to wear like a dark navy blue. Maybe it is. But it looks smart anyway. There wasn't much point of going all around the houses up there, because it looked like pretty much a lot of it was the same sort of stuff. I'm gonna head out now, and I don't really know where I'm going next, but I'll come out of here, see if there's any more of Osh Market to discover. If there's not, we'll crack on and head on to the next place. One more place I'm yet to go over here, so I'm gonna go over there, gonna see what's in there, see if we can finally find some souvenirs, and if not, head on. So there was some like army security guard looking people on the door. They didn't say anything to me, but I thought I'd put my camera down as I walked in, just in case. So this looks like a jewellery store. For a collection of jewellery stores, there's a lot going on in here. Exchange kiosk. Wow, look at this. This is huge. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this in here. I don't know what I was really expecting. I was thinking maybe more clothes or something like that. Definitely not jewellery. I can see why there'd be guards on the door though, because obviously if you're selling jewellery, there's probably valuable stuff in here, and therefore more people are likely to target it. So it probably looks a little bit shifty that I'm recording as I walk around as if I'm like preparing for a big diamond heist or something. Again, I probably shouldn't really be saying this out loud. I hope no one can really understand what I'm saying. But yeah, it makes sense that there are guards on the door, but they didn't say anything to me. They seem pretty chilled, and so much like everyone here, they'll just let you get on with it really. Because I could buy an actual fridge to put the magnets on, but nothing to stick on it, unfortunately. We do actually have one more floor up here. I've not been up there yet, so we'll head up, go and see what's on offer. It looks a bit like, it looks like it could be either a junk sale or furniture. Yeah, as I suspected, it looks a bit nice when you come up here. Very much furniture. Right, I think I'll leave that there. Osh Market. I'm not sure how much really there is left to see here. I can't find any souvenirs. I'm gonna head on to my next attraction place that I'm going to. I'm not really sure where that is yet. I need to check my itinerary. But as always, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate if you've stayed stuck out this long to watch this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.